Good morning. No, I don't have on makeup. My husband wants oatmeal this morning, so let me show you how I make mine. All right, you're going to bring 3 cups of water to a bowl, and then you're going to add in 1 chopped, peeled and cored apple of your choice, doesn't matter what kind, and you're going to let that soften in that boiling water for just a couple of minutes. All right, after your apples have boiled for just a couple of minutes, then I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of the old-fashioned Quaker oats. And I don't use the quick oats on this, I use the old-fashioned that takes a longer cooking time. So 1.5 cups of oats. Just pour those in, stir them up, let them come back to a boil. Those have come to a rolling boil, so I'm going to pull that down to low or medium low, and I'm going to let these oats simmer until they're probably about halfway done. I usually don't time this stuff. I'm going to guess maybe about 5 minutes is what I'm going to go. If it's different, I'll let you know when I come back. All right, y'all, it's simmered for 4 minutes instead of 5, and it's ready for me to put my add-ins. So now I'm going to add in about 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to add in brown sugar, and I don't measure this, I just pour with my heart. You can make it as sweet as you want or not so sweet. That's about what I put in. That's probably 1/4 of a cup or a little bit more, because your apples are going to make this sweet also, plus the other ingredients I'm about to add. So after adding those ingredients, I've turned that back up to medium high, and we'll bring it back up to a little bit of a boil, and I'm going to let it cook for just a few minutes. And be sure that you're stirring this occasionally during this phase. All right, after I see that the liquid is thickening up, I'm going to add in raisins. Now, he loves raisins. I like dried blueberries, so this is very versatile. You can use raisins, dried blueberries, dried cranberries, anything you like, and just put in as much as you want. I don't really measure anything when I'm doing this, so I'm just throwing it in. I want it distributed throughout. And then I'm going to pitch in about 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. About 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. And I'm just going to let this continue cooking until it thickens the way I want it. Alright, that didn't take but a couple of minutes and it's gotten thick. This will thicken as it sits in the bowl also as it cools down a little bit. But that is what we're looking at. Alright, and there we have it. And I just like to top that with a few extra chopped pecans. And that recipe makes 2 very hearty servings. You could split this up into 3 servings if you really wanted to. But that is my loaded oatmeal. Cheers. Make some.